Mana TV, TV5. This is Vani with you, bringing to you once again another brand new episode of United Voice of Women. Thank you so much for tuning in. And yes, this is all about UVW and Ode to the Woman, celebration of women, empowerment of women, and inspiration by and for women. And what I love best about UVW is this is one of its kind. This beautiful platform that we have here on Mana TV is so unique because it welcomes and hosts every woman around us and among us. And we are saying every woman from every walk of life, every woman from every community, every culture, every country even. And that is the most beautiful part. I don't think there is another platform like this that hosts women from all across the world at one place. And it's so beautiful because the whole idea is to have these women join us here as our friends and share their personal experiences in their personal life and their professional life, because basically life is all about these two things, right? And we're all trying so hard to balance them and take care of them individually. And I guess really life revolves only around these little things, and some people are able to do better with it than the others, and the whole idea is how we can actually share this knowledge with everybody. So when these women are able to tell us their experiences, then yes, we could relate to them because they're women like us around us, right? So we are able to relate to them, and once we relate to them, it's so much more easier to get the perspective they're giving us. So this could encourage us, this could motivate us, this could be just so inspiring that it could also change your life. We never know. And that's the whole idea, because you know what, each one of us deserves to have a fulfilling life every moment of every day with a nice beautiful smile, because we are worth it. All right, ladies, if you're all ready, I'm so excited to introduce you to my guest, our friend today on UVW. And she's been a friend of mine for more than a couple of years now, and she's so wonderful. I've known her for so long, and like I said, I always get inspired by people around me, and she's been one of them for me as well. And she's got a story that she could share with us about her journey, which could definitely be inspiring, motivating, fun, and of course a new perspective, because she comes from a different country. Well, she was born and bred here in New Jersey though, but she has the Italian blood and the Irish blood. Now, without further ado, let's just say hello to our friend here.
Hi,
Donna.
Hi.
Welcome to UVW.
Hi, Bonnie. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. The moment I met you, you were just magnetic. Your personality, as you can see how vivacious she is. Everybody just clings to her. Automatically, we became friends, and she wasn't even my client. She went to Amanda in the salon.
Yes.
And her and I instantly just, our personalities
connected.
We're friendly people.
Yes,
and
extremely so.
We just had a connection, and she asked me over a year ago, I have a TV show that I would love you to be on. And I said, okay, Vani, you know, I'm busy right now. Because in the hair salon business, you're always busy.
Yes, you are.
And trying to, you know, run the business, work behind the chair, answer the phone, take care of clients, salespeople coming in, the phone ringing. It's busy.
Never ends.
It's busy. So, and then trying to stay beautiful at the same time.
Oh,
it's
yes,
really
you're looking
hard.
gorgeous today, by the way.
You are too, my
Super
dear.
gorgeous.
We matched our outfits today.
Yes, we have to speak about that, right? Okay, you want to show your wings too, all right? We both have got our wings here, all right? We decided we're going to be in black and white.
Yes,
and
we wanted to match.
We want to match, and the best coordination is not just our outfits. Here goes black, and there goes the white. So you
Awesome.
know what? We are black and white through and through, and this is all just for all of you. What say?
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Thank you so much, Donna, for being here. Well, friends,
welcome.
I have to tell you a little more about Donna. All right, so she is an entrepreneur. Okay, she's had a couple of businesses, and the latest one that she is taking care of is the salon DP Lorena. All right, this is in East Brunswick, New Jersey. This is my place. You know, every month that's where I have to be at least once because I love doing my hair. She's one of the best stylists that you could actually meet with. She's a hairstylist. She's a master colorist, and besides these things, the most important thing about her is she's a fantastic human being.
Thank you.
You know, Donna, you know that we women, when we go to a salon, we are not just going there to do our hair. We want to go there to feel good.
Yes.
We go there to feel pampered.
Yes.
Right? We want to feel at home. We want to feel like somebody's taking care of us.
Yes.
Don't you think?
Yes. You want to feel pampered.
Yes.
And you really have to have a servant's heart. And, you know, the salon has been in existence for almost 20 years. And my partner and I, we put this business together. We put two businesses together. And we really just dedicated it to God because we wanted to touch people's lives, not only their hair, but if they were hurting or in need of anything, we would be there for them. And I think, you know, part of women and art, you know, God uses us to be, you know, natural, you know,
Very
nurturers.
nurturing.
We're
So
nurturers,
true,
you
so
know,
true,
even
so
as hairstylists, we are nurturers. We, you know, we raise our children, we take care of our family, we take care of our parents, we work, you know, and these are all these are all the things that I've done. And you know, I've done them for about 30 years now, and I've been really happy, and the business has been very successful. We have a wonderful staff.
I can vouch for that.
Thank you. And we were constantly training in education and helping the community in any way we can, fundraising for cancer and different things over the years, running fashion shows for fundraisers to help people in need. And we continually to do that. It's what women do.
And you know what you also do, what is also very unique about your salon, Donna, you have a multicultural clientele.
Yes, we do. Yes,
I don't
we do.
really see that very often in many plaplaces.
Yes, I'm very comfortable with that, and I've been like that since I was very young. You know, it's cute growing up. I had very old-fashioned parents. My mother coming from the South, Tennessee, my father coming from Pennsylvania, and making friends with one of my elementary school teachers who was African American. And I brought him home. And I was 12 years old. And it was just a little shocking to my parents because they're old school. My mother grew up in the South. So you just are what you learn. Not that they were prejudiced people, no.
No,
But
they're used to it.
But I helped change them little by little by reaching out and making friends with all types of people and not seeing their color.
Wow.
Not everybody
So
really
you're just
has
born
that
like that.
gift.
Yes.
And I think I just had that gift.
You do.
And
You do.
it shows. And
And
it's
you're very
not-
welcoming.
You can't fake that.
Yes,
That
you
is
can't.
real. You
So
know,
true.
it's also the church that I go to is multicultural. We have a mix of Indian, Asian, blacks, whites, all kinds of different backgrounds from people from all over the world. And I want that also for my salon, and it's happened over the years. Especially the Indian community who has been so faithful
I've
and
seen
loyal
so
to our
many,
salon.
So many Indians.
And because this is the area for the Indian community.
Uh-huh.
And when they love you and you do their hair beautiful,
Yes.
they will tell their friends, their family, their
Yes.
aunts, their uncles. They come from all over.
All over
They
the
travel
place.
distances to
Yes.
come to you.
Yes, they do.
Just like
I do.
Just like
I
Bonnie
do,
does.
absolutely.
And they're very loyal, and
Yeah.
it's amazing, you know. And I just, it's a beautiful thing. You have to love people. Anytime
and
you're
love
in,
what
yes.
you do, right? I think
Yes.
that's more important as well, like the way you love what you do.
I do.
Right?
I really love what I do. Sometimes you get tired of the daily, in and out of the sweeping the floor, taking the garbage out, things we all have to do as women, right?
I know.
But talking with people
Yes.
and making them feel good.
You make them friends, you make them feel very comfortable.
And you establish relationships with them.
Yes.
And you are more than just a client relationship.
You're making them feel beautiful. You're making them
And
feel
you're
good.
in some way touching their lives.
You are, in a big way.
So,
For a woman, her hair is something that's most important.
yes, and you don't trust everybody to touch you and
Yes.
touch your lives in such a way.
Yes.
And I think it is a gift. It was passed down from my mom and my daughter, Patricia,
Yes.
who's 32 years old today.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Patricia!
birthday, Patricia. Love you very much. She's in California starting a new life.
Love you. Yes.
Oh, God bless,
That is so.
Trish.
God bless you. Yes.
And
God
my son
bless
is
you.
living in California too.
Yes.
God bless you. Your
God
son's
bless
in a
you too. What's
couple
his
of weeks.
name?
David.
David, hello from
Yeah.
Anna TV and all of us here. Your birthday is coming up.
Yes.
So maybe, happy birthday to you in advance as well. Why not? Right?
So Patricia is third generation, and she worked at the salon for more than 10 years, and
Wow.
she just made a change to go out to California. But my mom was a hairstylist. I'm a hairstylist, and now my daughter also. So it's third generation of hairstylists.
That's interesting. This part I didn't know,
Yes,
Donna.
and not even to mention that, but in my family, my mother's sister was a hairdresser, her two girls, my sister and her two girls. So there are probably close to 15 hairstylists in our immediate
Family.
So we had no choice on what we were going to do when we grew up,
Really?
because my mom said, you're going to be a hairstylist because it's a wonderful profession. You can raise your children, work part-time, and still be able to be a mother and a wife and have the flexibility, which is wonderful.
Fabulous.
And it's been a really wonderful road. It's been a great journey. I've met wonderful people such as you and some of your friends, and a beautiful staff. We work, we're open Tuesday through Saturday. Hopefully in the future, if I can get some of these young girls to want to work, we can open and make it more convenient for when people have affairs.
Correct.
It's been wonderful. So so I got my talent really and my personality from my mother.
Oh, wow.
From my mom, yes.
Now,
I
talking
really
about
did.
your mom, I want to start, right from the beginning. How did your parents meet? That's such a beautiful story.
Yes,
I
my
want you to tell me about your
I'm-
different blood that you have from your mom and your dad. And how did they meet?
It was beautiful. Very old-fashioned through the introduction way, which is very big in your
Amazing.
culture.
Yes.
It wasn't an arranged marriage per se, but they were introduced from my mom's sister and her husband down in the South in Tennessee. My uncle was a chef in the Army, and he met my aunt, and my mom lived here, and that was her brother. That was her husband's brother.
Okay.
So it was two sisters, ended up marrying two brothers.
Interesting.
So we're blood cousins in the family, and a lot of us look alike.
Wow.
So they were introduced, they got
Tell
married.
me about the part where what was your father doing at that time and what your mother was doing?
Yeah, my father, when he was younger, when he was 18, he worked in the coal mines in Pennsylvania, and he got hurt at 18. And the sirens went off, and he ended up going into a Catholic hospital for 18 months. He almost lost his leg, but he was saved. Thank God.
Thank God.
And shortly after that, down the road, he met my mom through introduction, and he went down south, and they met, and they got married in Kentucky, and they kind of eloped as soon as they saw each other. They got married like 3 days later.
Wow.
So it was an introduction, and it was a beautiful story. And my dad was 16 years older than my mom, so it got a little harder when they got older, because then they had, she had to take care of him. But she did a beautiful job in taking care of him.
So which one is Irish and which one is
my
Italian?
father is Italian, so of course he was, my mother was being Irish, really didn't know how to cook Italian food. But
That's
she
a
had to
problem.
learn very quickly.
Problemo. Was your dad a good cook?
Yes, he was.
He was, I'm sure.
Yes, and his
Are
family.
all Italians very good cooks?
Oh, I would imagine most Italians are good cooks. I hope so.
Did it rub it on to you?
Yes. You know, my mom was a fabulous cook. She cooked vegetables and everything was fresh. We had a garden growing up. We didn't go to the fast food stores because honestly they weren't even really open
at that time.
They were just opening when I was a kid. So, you know, we had the green beans and the fresh vegetables on the stove when we came home from school. You know, we didn't go to McDonald's.
No.
And it was really nice. We had the garden. I helped grow some of the garden. I did, you know, my father would ask me to help him.
Yeah.
And we always had a beautiful garden.
Lovely memories.
And we had my mother learned slowly to cook Italian food, and she ended up being a fabulous Italian cook.
Wow.
Also having vegetables. So we always had a mix. Lots of vegetables, cornbread. And also the spaghetti and the lasagna and the stuffed shells.
Yes. What about Irish food? What is Irish food?
You know, Irish food, you know, my mom has a mix in her background. So there's a little bit of English as well. And also they cook a lot of chicken,
meat,
and vegetables
together,
and cornbread. No, they're very much, if you go down south, they're very much into, you know, and pork is very big also.
Yes.
But chicken is probably the most popular, like in most cultures.
Most cultures, yes, it is.
So no, it was very fun. We had a wonderful childhood growing up. We played outside. I have a younger brother and an older sister, and I have one sister. My mom lost her first child, so that was really difficult.
You know what, listening to your story, I'm just thinking, how different is it from, you know, the culture that I grew up in? Hardly.
I don't think it's any different. No.
Right? I mean, I think that, like you said, two brothers married to sisters, they were introduced, etc., etc. So this is all something that I've heard all the time, you know, where I grew up, you know, and what parents cooked and what you did with your parents. And, you know, it's so similar. So
yes, the cultures are similar because everything is around food, celebration, family, getting together, and celebrating life. And just thanking God for everything you have.
Yes.
And it's not any different from most families and their beliefs.
So
because
true.
I think everybody wants, you know, better, and they want to provide for their children more than even what they had, you know?
And every woman is the same, right? Whichever nationality, she has this thing. The first thing you said was, as a woman, it's all about nurturing, you said. So we are actually not as different as people make us believe to be.
Right.
This morning, Donna, I was talking to my colleague, all right, my partner, my business partner. I was just talking to her, and I was so she was telling me, who is your guest today? And I said, you know what, Donna is going to be my guest, all right? You've met Cynthia as well. She's come to your salon.
She's a doll.
So yeah, she's a cute sweetheart. Okay, so she told me that, so she's Italian, right? You know, I remember her. I said, yes, she is. And then I said, you know something? Now, a lot of people, yesterday I was shooting another show, and there was this other lady from India, of course, who was on my show. She's a very, very popular celebrity, and she was with me here. And she said, Vani, I travel the globe all the time, okay? Her name is Sanjana John, all right? And she told me that she travels the world, all right, all the time. And she said, I've never, ever seen a platform like this, which is saying it is welcoming every woman from every country, not just culture and their work life, etc. You know, we were just talking about from every walk of life and every culture and stuff like that. But you know what, this thing about color and community, and it went beyond that, and it was every country, it just came naturally to me. Actually, I didn't think about it, I didn't plan about it in that way, you know. Then so when I started talking about this to my friend, she said, you know what, Vani, I think you look at everybody alike.
Yes.
Maybe in your mind, you're just looking at everybody, okay, these are all women, these are all men. You know, it doesn't matter to you, you know, what color they are.
Exactly, you treat people the same respect.
I think you don't see them any differently. Maybe that's why you never realized it, and why people are all saying, wow, it's a big thing. And I was not really getting what is the real big thing about it. Okay,
Yes.
I mean, I was just saying it that I want women from every walk of life and from every culture and every community, and then I started saying every country, but I didn't really mean it in that way that, you know, oh, I'm talking about a black woman, oh, I'm talking about a, you know, Indian woman or a Chinese woman. I was not thinking in those terms.
Yes.
And then I started meeting people, and, you know, somebody who was she's from Brazil, she's my Zumba teacher, instructor.
Wow.
So I had her on the show. Now
That's
I have
awesome.
you, and then another friend of mine is coming. That's from Czechoslovakia. Yeah. So
Wow.
you know what? I'm just thinking
really
that I guess
beautiful.
really stories are all the same.
Yes, we
Every
are.
woman is sharing the same thing, right? Like your mom told you that, no, I want to see you as a hairdresser because it
Yes.
is good for you, it is convenient for you. All right, now
Yes.
that's what our mothers,
Yes.
you know,
And I
in
also-
India do
Exactly,
too, right? They plan for
exactly.
you in the same way, and they want to make it as comfortable as possible for you.
Oh my gosh,
Right? Isn't
that's
that
awesome.
the whole idea behind it, isn't
Yes.
it? And what your mother was trying to say was it would be easier for you to manage your personal and professional life in this profession.
Yes, she thought the
See,
schedule
she's
would
so
be.
thoughtful, right?
Yes.
It's all thoughtful. You know, parents are trying to be that. And I see some
Exactly.
doctors, okay, some women that are doctors, and they're saying, no, my times, the way I'm having to juggle with times, etc. I don't want my kids to get into medicine. You know, I
Yes.
want them to have a more, you know, relaxed life.
Oh,
you know,
yes.
see,
So they
everybody is
might-
thinking differently because all they want to do is, as a mother, they want to do the best they can to for
Yes.
their child. And I guess there's no wonder we are all so unified. I don't know why people talk about diversity because I honestly don't see it, Donna.
Yes. I mean, even with among the different cultures, everybody might do things a little bit differently, but most mothers are going to want the best for their children.
Yes.
They're going to want to guide them in the right way.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
they're going to want to bestow their faith upon them and how they
Yes.
were brought up and what they
Yes.
know worked for them.
Exactly.
You know, like my parents were Christian. So of course you grow in the Christian faith and then you bring your children up in the Christian faith, you know,
Correct.
and God blesses you. And I'm sure, you know, even in your faith,
It's the same thing.
Yes, whether it's not Christian or
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
something
yeah.
else.
It's anything.
You know,
Like they tell
because-
us, you know, this is the way we
Yes.
pray, this is the way we celebrate our festivals.
Yes.
You know, these are our values, these are our cultures. So yeah, this is what exactly is taught to us. Now talk to me about marriage. Okay, I think our
Yes.
marriages are also